Hi, so I just discovered something extremely powerful, and I wanted to talk about it. This is my honor mode run for BG3, and I've been building my character in kind of a weird way. Uh, I started off as a Gloomstalker assassin, and I used that for a really long time. I think pretty much until I got to Act 3, at which point I realized that that was just not what my party needed anymore because there are a lot of fights in here where you don't get the opportunity to start the fight with an assassination, so you don't get those surprise crits. There are a lot of fights where you can do that, which is why I respect Astarion to be the Gloomstalker assassin. Up until this point, I had never used him, so he was finally getting a little bit of use at least. But I respect my character to be 10 Bard 2 Paladin, and I discovered something very interesting. So I've been using the Titan String Bow more or less from the beginning of the game, just because it's very strong when you get the strength increase from Ethel. You can drink the potion in Act Two from the potion lady that wants Astarion's blood, and then you can also in Act Three get another +2 from the mirror, which is exactly what I did. So I'm at 22 natural strength. Um, I have the gloves of dexterity, which gives me 18 dex, so I've been able to put my strength modifier on top of a really decent dex score since the crash in Act One, which has been awesome. But then I found an even bigger way to break that, which is the Giant Slayer from Baldurin. On hit, on hit doubles the damage from your strength modifier, and it doesn't specify on a hit from this weapon. So I'm pretty sure that applies to the Titan String Bow. And since it deals additional damage equal to your strength modifier, it uses the legendary effect from the Giant Slayer also to double that modifier. So you can see my range damage is between 6 and 13 with a +16 attack bonus. My melee damage is 1727 with a +20 attack bonus. I get to add the strength modifier, double it from my melee damage due to strength, and add that to the Titan String Bow. And since I am a bard, I have, where is it? Slashing Flourish, which allows you to shoot twice for 7 to 23 damage. Um, I only kind of just realized this because I'm on my way to Orin, and I did the fight with the Baal cultists. But I was able to one-shot all of them with the slashing flourish because I was doing like 60 damage just with that with my bow, which I thought was very interesting. I didn't didn't intend on doing this, but I'm glad I found it because it's extremely broken. Uh, the other things I have going for my character, I have the amulet that you get from Raphael's Citadel or whatever. So my con is insanely high. I'm very tanky. I always have Shart cast the Feast spell, which gives us all extra HP. I've read the Tharkiot Codex and the Necromancy of Thay, so I get an additional 20 health every long rest. I was at one point using the Headband of Intellect for 17 intelligence, just so that I could have all of my stats really high and be able to pass most of the checks since I'm a bard. Um, Wisdom is high, just not because I need it, just to help succeed saving throws. And then I have just a bunch of natural buffs. So I've got the buff that you get for praying to the gods. Um, like I mentioned, the Tharkiot Vigor, the buff that you get for buying the statue of yourself, Shart's buff. I'm always casting Longstrider. This party has a lot going for them. It's really crazy. Shart is a level 12 Tempest Cleric, so she's able to heal and do really good AoE damage when I need it. Lae'zel's a level 12 Pure Fighter, so she gets 3 attacks. She's almost always critting, and she's just destroying everything in her path. And then her Action Surge allows her to, more or less, along with my character, just one-shot bosses. And then Karlach is your more or less typical Throw Zerker. She's, I want to say, I want to say 5 levels of barbarian, 3 rogue, and 4 fighter, or maybe 4 levels of barbarian, 5 fighter. I don't know. Typical Throwzerker. If you've ever heard about that build or attempted it yourself, you know it fairly well. And she's got the gauntlets of hill giant strength, so her strength is at 23, which is awesome. I actually might respec her because I don't need her natural strength to be that high. I could actually put more points into her. Well, I guess she really doesn't need anything else, so she's fine as she is. But yeah, that's the party that I'm rolling with on honor mode. This is the last thing I have to do in the game before the main quest to go and free Orpheus and then do the end game stuff. I just have to go and kill Orin. But yeah, I found something crazy and I just wanted to share all of that.